Hola chicos, buenos días, tardes o noches, según cuando estén viendo esto. This recording is just to show you how to do the podcast that we're gonna have instead of a oral exam and instead of a final exam. It's gonna be a podcast. So once you go into your Canvas, you can click on models, then go to semana 12 y that's where you will find instructions for the podcast. So basically we have a few steps that we need to do. We have 4 steps so the requisites that we have, it's the podcast should be at least 8 minutes long and 20 minutes maximum. So try not to go over 20 minutes. The podcast should be about an issue in Latin America or in the US Latino population. So anything that has to do with Latin America, either in the US or outside the US, is welcome. And some possible themes are political issues, important figures from today or the past. So you can talk about maybe, like Pablo Picasso, or you can talk about someone from the Mexican Revolution, like Pancho Villa, etc. Environmental issues, arts and performance, activism and political movements within Latin America, or any activists that you know of here in the United States, that also could work. So then we have the format. This can be done in different styles. You can do an interview, have a conversation, or have different narrators, like the way it's done in Radio Ambulante. You can choose to do it alone or with a partner from our class. The podcast should be completely in Spanish. That's another requisite. Or if you're talking about Spanglish in the US, you can use Spanglish for your podcast. But the majority of the audio has to be in Spanish. You can prepare and read a script during the recording. You will be using a software called Audacity, and the computers from the computer lab have this software, or you can download it into your computer, which is pretty easy to do as well. But if you don't want to, or you cannot do this, you can use the computers from the computer lab. So paso 1 is to abril jueves 6. For step 1, it's you will choose the format and theme of your podcast, and if you will do it by yourself or with a partner, submit your selection through Canvas by April 6th before midnight. So basically what you will do is go to models again. If you go to week 12, you will see Paso 1 podcast, and then you will just submit your page here, your Word document saying, I'm doing it by myself, or I'm doing it with this person. Okay, so just to make sure that you do that. And then we have Paso 2, to abril jueves 20. You will be writing your script and watching a video on how to use Audacity, and the video is only like 5 or 6 minutes long, and it gives you all the a basic idea of how to use Audacity. Then submit your rough draft of the speech or interview. If you're doing an interview, you should submit your questions. If you're having a conversation, you should submit the dialogue that you're having, kind of an idea, not really anything. Nothing is set in stone at this time, but something, an idea to get the ideas flowing. And then we have Paso 3, which is doing class. You will play with Audacity and record a few minutes to practice. If you feel comfortable enough, you will record the podcast or try to record it during class. So basically what we're gonna do is play around with Audacity and start recording ourselves like 1 or 2 minutes, just to get an idea of how we sound like, or like how to use Audacity more in a more practical way. And then Paso 4 is to turn in the podcast, which is due May 4th through Canvas before midnight. And so basically that's it about the podcast. If you're having trouble choosing a theme about your podcast, or you're having trouble choosing how to do it, because remember, you can do an interview. So for example, if you have a friend, or someone that is involved in the US Latino issues, you can do an interview with them. If it's an activist, or if it is, I don't know, a business owner, even whoever or if you have a friend that it's working in whatever thing, technology or sector, whatever, you can just go ahead and have an interview and record that interview through Zoom, and then upload only the audio. That's another option too. However you want to, how much value you want to put into it. I don't really have any preferences, or it's not gonna give you more of a grade if you put a lot of edit to it, like if you edit it too much. So the simpler the better, so that way you don't get to, how can I say, like overdo it, like stress too much about it, because I don't want you to do that. So just make it simple, because it's only 8 to 20 minutes, so you don't really need to do a lot in this time. Just have a conversation, an interview, or like take turns narrating whatever it is that you have done for your script, if you decide to do one. So like I said, for Paso Dos, when you will be doing a script and watching the video. So another option is to submit the questions for your interview, or kind of have an idea of who's gonna be talking when, if you're doing partners, stuff like that. And another option, instead of using Audacity as well, is record yourself on Zoom and then just upload the audio. That's another option that you have. And I think that's it for this. So if you have any questions, please let me know during class, office hours, or email. You can do either of those, but start working on it. The step one, paso uno, is just to submit who you're gonna be doing this with, if you're doing it by yourself or if you're having a partner, and you can possibly leave your topic there too. So yeah, just do that, and then we will work on it as the weeks go on. So muchas gracias por ver y nos vemos pronto.